Hello, friends! Welcome back to my channel. I apologize if my voice sounds a bit nasally. Winter has arrived in Italy and I have already caught my first cold. This week I was still in the mood for something arcane themed. Honestly, this idea came to me while I was working on last week's video. I want to recreate a scene from the early episodes of Arcane season 2nd when Jinx and Isha meet for the first time. I really loved that scene and wanted to experiment with markers to recreate the cell shading technique they use. Then I thought it might be fun to add a pop-up element to the page. Before diving into the drawing, I have a quick announcement. I've decided to take a short break from YouTube for the holidays. I'll stop posting for a couple weeks and start uploading regular videos every Sunday in January. If you celebrate Christmas, you know how busy this time of the year can be, and with so many things to do. Aside from gifts, I also bake Christmas cookies, which take a lot of time. It actually takes me 2 days to bake the cookies, so this break will be helpful. Let me know if you would be interested in a sort of vlog of this period, and I'll see what I can do. In January, my plan is to return with some update, like improving my thumbnails, having some not branded, but something I can use over and over on the end of the videos where I attach all the links to my other socials, stuff like that. And maybe I will add fun Kibi style emojis of myself to highlight emotions or funny moments in my videos. I hope I can achieve this goal and improve the overall quality of my content. This project I'm working on with YouTube means a lot to me, and I want to do things properly. As I mentioned earlier, I'm recreating a frame I saved from one of the first episodes of season 2, where Isha meets Jinx. When I saw that scene, something clicked in my mind and I had to recreate it in my sketchbook. What really pushed me to do this experiment was the idea of adding a pop-up element. In the show, some elements like smoke and water have different style, so I decided to use markers for everything and create a pop-up piece with watercolors. Once again, I was very happy with the sketch. I love how it turned out, and I was even surprised because it feels so different from my usual style. Maybe the fact that I followed the reference closely made me draw more like the original. Initially, I wanted to use markers for the background, but I changed my mind and used watercolors instead. Since I didn't want the background to stand out too much, I opted for the quicker option and focused on Jinx's portrait. I used a teal palette I already had out and added Payne's Grey for the background. The portrait itself was quite challenging. With my limited marker selection, I had to get creative with what I had. For the shadow on the skin, I ended up using lilac over the base skin tone. Luckily, it worked well, giving the skin a grayish shadow without darkening too much. When I started coloring the gun, I realized I didn't have a blue marker for the darker areas. The darkest tone I had became the base, and I had to add black to it and blended it as best as I could. I really enjoyed coloring the air. Adding all the shadows was so much fun, though maybe I'm biased since I've always loved coloring air, especially with markers. Once I finished with the colors, I went back to touch up the line art and added some highlights with a 0.7 mm Posca marker. Now, for the most important part of this experiment, the pop-up. After watching a couple of videos, I'd say now I'm a pop-up expert. I used the last pages of my sketchbook, painted the letters with watercolors, and created the pop-up mechanism, then cut out the letters and glue them to the structure. It was a pretty simple process, even though it's a bit rudimental. I had so much fun adding this detail and want to explore this skill further because I think it could be super rewarding and fun. Well friends, thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'd love to know if you ever tried creating pop-ups. Let me know in the comments. I'll say goodbye for now, and we'll see each other again in January with lots of new videos. If you celebrate Christmas, I wish you a wonderful holiday, and I will see you very soon. Bye!